His demands were met in style. Guardiola developed a passing game, beautifully exemplified in this historic 6-2 victory away to Real Madrid. It helped Barca regain the league title from their main rivals, scoring 105 goals in the process.
The squad didn't change that much when Guardiola arrived. It was more he brought a few players through from the B team who sort of knew his philosophy and style. He got the players that were in the squad to believe that his way was the way to play, to be successful, to win things.
And a recent arrival was extremely impressed.
I think from the moment I first began working with Guardiola, I saw that the team had adopted a Brazilian philosophy already in the way that we trained, and that Barcelona were to be admired throughout the world. So I think many things, many objectives, all came together so that everyone now admires Barca.
In the summer of 2008, an important thing happened. Puyol, Xavi and Iniesta won the European Championship in Austria and Switzerland. Xavi was named player of the tournament after having had a horrific year with Barca. So Xavi came back to Barca with newfound confidence. And Messi exploded onto the scene. He'd been knocking on the door, but because of circumstances, injuries, he hadn't been consistent. But then Messi took off.
We all knew that he was an amazing talent, but then you also need to work. He made his first team debut when he was only 16 years old, and I remember that when he was an under-14 I went to see him in a game in which he scored 4 goals in just 14 minutes. He played exactly how he does today.
The little Argentinian scored twice in a 4-0 annihilation of Bayern Munich in the first leg of the Champions League quarter-final, a result that reverberated around the football world.
Barcelona totally outclassed them. They left them dumbfounded. Barca definitely left them in shock.
The first leg of the semi-final against English club Chelsea ended goalless, and Barcelona fell behind early in the return.
Barca could have been knocked out 25 times, because Chelsea had numerous chances. The referee could easily have awarded them 2 penalties. Barca only stayed in the game due to luck.
But deep into injury time, Andres Iniesta conjured a dramatic and decisive away goal.
When Iniesta scored, Barca was destined to win that Champions League.
In Rome, Barca met the holders, Manchester United.
It was one of those finals that was just a party for Barcelona. And I think that was acknowledged by the British press and by Manchester United too. We played wonderfully well.
As soon as we got into our passing game and into our groove, so to speak, we outplayed them, and we went 1-0 up from a Samuel Eto'o goal, and ever since that moment the feeling was, okay, we won't give this away now.
And then Messi scored an extraordinary goal with a header. It's incredible. Messi isn't tall. If he walked past here, we wouldn't see him.
The world opened its eyes to this system. This genuine style of playing the game. Barca's style is a model, a football formula. It offers you entertainment, but it's also effective and efficient because it brings you titles. To be in Rome and to make football look like art as Barca did was very emotional.
But it was bittersweet for Samuel Eto'o. He scored 152 goals for Barca over 5 seasons, yet Guardiola ushered him out of the Camp Nou.
Guardiola doesn't like people with personality. He wants a dressing room with good boys only. That's all right, but you also need a player with big character on the pitch. And Eto'o used to give character to the team. A winner, a fighter.
His replacement was another controversial character, Swedish striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic. who nevertheless helped Barca create history in 2009 by winning all 6 available trophies, including the UEFA Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup.
We had a unique season, one for the football record books. It was a team that won everything that was possible to be won in just 1 year. And it's not just about everything we won, but it's how we did it, how the team played. That was the perfect season. A season that can be equalled, but never bettered.
2010 was comparison. The Blaugrana celebrated only the league title and the Spanish Super Cup. And in July that year, Laporta stepped down as club president and was replaced by one of his original directors, Sandro Rosell. 10 days later in the World Cup final, Barca's Andres Iniesta scored a dramatic winner to give Spain victory over the Netherlands in extra time and a first World Cup triumph. The nation owed a debt of gratitude to Barcelona. 7 of the Blaugrana played a part in the final. Back with their club, those players and their teammates continued to win trophies. Barcelona retained the league title in 2011, and a 3-1 aggregate defeat of Real Madrid took them to the final of the Champions League for the 3rd time in 5 years.
You have to win, because if not, people is angry because we don't win. Basically, I think that we are living a dream, all the players, because we are doing a great job, and we have to keep continuing playing like this.
Wembley Stadium hosted a repeat of the 2009 final. Once again, the opponents were Manchester United. Barca played a 4-3-3 system with 2 attacking fullbacks in Dani Alves and Eric Abidal. Captain Carlos Puyol was on the bench due to injury, and his place was filled by Javier Mascherano alongside Gerard Piqué at centre-back.
I'm so lucky to be here, and it's unbelievable. To play with Messi, with Andres Iniesta, with Xavi. You arrive to the pitch, you arrive to the stadium, and you know that you are the favorite.
Sergio Busquets was the foundation for the creative and technical skills of Xavi and Iniesta, allowing Pedro, Villa and Messi to provide the firepower.
Andres is incredible. I'm a passer, and if I have teammates around me who make my job easier, all the better. Andres is one of them.
Such players were schooled in the methods of La Masia. Barca's passing game, known as tiki-taka, is centred on ball retention, wearing down the opposition with short passes and quick movement.
Playing 2-touch football, playing with an attacking mentality, pressing high up the pitch to regain possession as quickly as possible when our opponents have the ball, and keeping hold of the ball as long as we possibly can.
It was a style much in evidence at Wembley. Pedro gave Barcelona a deserved lead.
It's great for any sportsman to achieve new goals. They are things you feel proud and happy about, because they are things you'll never forget, and they remain with you when you retire, and you can tell people about them.
Wayne Rooney equalised before half-time, but Barcelona remained in the ascendancy. They retook the lead early in the second half when Lionel Messi struck his 53rd goal of the season, a club record.
You don't hear wow at a football match. You shout, whistle, scream, but you don't tend to say wow in admiration at a football stadium. Well, I heard wow a few times that night at Wembley.
15 minutes later came another of those moments. David Villa produced an emphatic finish to make it 3-1 to Barcelona.
I think it's a game to be recorded and shown to everyone that wants to learn how to play football against a great team. Because Manchester United is a great team, and they gave it all, but they just weren't able to get the ball off Barcelona.
Barcelona were champions of Europe once again.
Barcelona now is one of the main teams in the world. And I think that we are an example on how we play, or on how we win and on how we lose. When you are a football player and you are lucky to win all these titles, when you win these titles you feel like you are complete inside.
In April 2012, Guardiola announced that he was resigning as manager at the end of the season.
4 years is an eternity to be the coach of Barcelona. An eternity. And I don't want to sign a long-term deal. One that wouldn't allow me to make my own decisions.
Guardiola signed off by leading his team to the Spanish Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup. His replacement, in line with the La Masia policy, was his assistant, Tito Villanova, who helped the club recapture the Spanish League title in 2013. In 8 years, from May 2005 to May 2013, Barcelona won an incredible 20 trophies, including those 3 Champions League crowns, 6 Spanish League titles, and 2 Club World Cups. Success owed much to the best of youth development combined with a shrewd transfer policy. But most important was the core philosophy. It made Barcelona one of the greatest teams football has ever seen.
It's a privilege to be part of this history and these victories.
If we stop now and we start to count what we have achieved or what we have done, I think that it's a big mistake now. I think we have to keep continuing our way to winning things.
At the end of the day, the aim at Barcelona is to win. Not just to win, but play well and try to make the fans feel proud of the team.
All this is magical fulfillment for a lifelong supporter who worshipped one of the game's true greats and saw all his dreams come true.
Johan Cruyff is the father of all of this. He's the inspiration behind it. It has been the best team in Barca's history, and also an example to the rest of the world. So being the president of that makes me really proud. It's an honour, and I'm extremely grateful to everyone who made it possible.